Okay, what's going on, guys? Sometimes you have to be happy with what you got so you can then grow further. Okay, so what are we talking about? I have just found like this new. I found like these couple of guys I'm watching right now. I'm still like watching spiritual content as well as like world history, and of course there's the white version of history, there's the black version of history, then there's like all these other versions where it's like whatever, and it's like what are you gonna do, right? And it's like really frustrating because I'm just trying to figure out what's happening, because part of this is like, okay, what's going to be next, or like what is the next step um for me at this point, right? Because I care about making money, I care about doing well in my life, but I don't really care that much. The main thing I care about is being free and happy as much as possible, right? In America, there's this thing called you don't have freedom, but you really have liberty, and that's basically you're still a slave, right? Like, but I just want to be a free person. Just leave me alone, really. I really don't care. Um, I don't care what's going on as long as people just leave me alone for the most part, right? And it gets hard to navigate life if you really don't understand what's really, 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 really going on. And I don't know. I was watching this video earlier today, and it was this guy doing an inspirational quote about something, and he's like in his 20s or whatever. And I'm like this is like a part of the problem is that like people don't really understand what's at stake. Like your life really doesn't. I wish I knew this. Your life actually doesn't really start until you're like 40 years old. Okay, your life really doesn't start until you're 40, and it's because you really don't know what's going on yet. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know why things are going on. You're trying to actually discover the world, but then you have these like brilliant manipulators that are just fucking with everybody just nonstop since whatever. And like it's just weird. Like it's weird. Like history's fake. A lot of this stuff is fake. Everything you believe is probably a lie. Um, and you need to somehow like get through this and somehow still have the ability to make money and still have the ability to figure out what's true and what's not true, because you can't just have a job. And like if you just could have a job and then read on your spare time, you'll probably like figure things out. But because that's not really the case anymore, like they've really have built a society, they really have like made it worse. Like it's like really bad, now compared to how things were in the past. Before, you just have a job, you go home, you read, and you can probably have a good life doing that, right? And you probably can still be okay, but you're not really living. You know what I'm saying here? Like you could just have a job. You could have a job and you can have like a leftover $700 a month or something like that, whatever, right? Okay, sure. That should be able to let you live a life where you can still have some meaning. You can still put something aside, and then over time, yeah, maybe like it's like over the course of if it's 5 years, you should be able to save $50,000 or something like this, right? As a young person, right? Like that's how it should be, but they have been just bleeding everybody dry, nonstop ever since like COVID and all this other stuff that happened, right? And I'm like, okay, well, and you have people trying to poison you, you have people trying to lie to you, gaslight you, um, brainwash you. It's just weird. Like it's so weird, and it's not till you get to like you're around like in your 30s, you're like, okay, here's what's going on. Here's how I adapt to this, right? And I'm like going through one of those moments right now. That's why I made the video the other day. Okay, and it's not like you're still going to be on your feet sometimes. Like I know people that are my age that are still not on their feet. They're just not. Like they're just not. It's not, doesn't mean you're a loser. It just means that you just got the shit kicked out of you the entire time, and you somehow still gotta have the balls to. You somehow still gotta have the balls to keep going, right? And the part of it is that basically like people aren't really having babies right now, and they don't want you to have babies. They want to make it so stressful for you so where you don't have kids so they can kill you, right? And you need to like know this stuff, right? And people will be like, oh well, it's just an accident, and we were trying to do our best, and it's like they're not, like they're just lying. Everybody knows it's a lie. If I was not able to live my life, I would have probably go down and massacred everybody. Like I'd be like, fuck everybody, I don't care, right? But because I'm left alone, I'm fine. And I'm saying this because I'm not recommending nobody do this stuff, but like it's like you got to understand that this whole thing is just about beating you down for no reason. It's like it's zero reason. It's zero reason, right? And it's not like you can't do well, but you just have to figure out the truth. And the whole point is to keep the truth so hidden and to make sure that you're so abused to the point where you can't figure out what the fuck is going on. Okay. And some people just not going to know, right? So it don't matter how many inspirational videos you watch. That's why I mentioned it. But it doesn't matter how many inspirational videos you watch, how much you think that you think you really know what's going on. You know, how much you prepare for all this stuff, and it's like okay, because like for me, I didn't think I was going to make it this far. I thought I'd have been dead by now, right? Personally, right? So the fact that I'm like okay, I'm like still here, like okay, cool. Let's keep going. And the money really wouldn't change anything for me anyway. But you just got to be happy with what you got while you got it, and then you'll grow from that, right? And okay, if that makes sense, like I have to be happy with the content I'm getting until I actually pay somebody to really like break this down, and then find somebody actually trustworthy to tell the truth, because most of history is a lie, most of what people believe is a lie, and most of this stuff is just bullshit, and it's been bullshit for at least like 2,000 years, 3,000 years or something like that, probably ever since whoever came, I think the Basque people, they came to the Americas and killed the people here or whatever, and everything. Ever since that happened, and religion, all this other stuff happened, then, or I guess maybe the age of Pisces. I think before the age of Pisces, it was like the age of the ram or something like that. I really don't know, but because I don't really pay attention to. I never really paid attention to history, and unfortunately now I do, and it's like annoying. And because you really never figure out what happened after the Roman Empire, which is what we're still in technically, right? We're still ruled by the Roman Empire, right? We're literally still in it, right? But people don't know, and it doesn't really like matter. That doesn't matter. The issue is that they're not really giving people a chance to develop into better humans, and it's not cool. It is not good. It's not good. You got to give people something. Like I don't think most people even want to be rich. They just want to discover themselves. Like you're not really giving people a chance to discover themselves. You know what I'm saying here? And it's just messed up, man. So like for example, I probably have like maybe 4 days of videos I'm probably going to end up watching, and it's stuff like I'm already know, and it's stuff I've already confirmed, and I might actually buy some books on history and some other stuff. But I'm not really I don't really like putting this shit together. I don't like putting history together. I don't like doing that. But there is like usefulness to it for me, because I can use it in my business or whatever, right? But it's like at some point, it's like y'all went through all of this. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like this much. Like man, these people were good. They're good, man. They're good studiers, right? And it's just this whole everything's fake, right? And I don't know if it'll ever like get back to the real thing, because the real thing, I don't think it was really that bad. Besides just the weird shit. Okay, people were having some orgies. Okay, I get it. People were. I mean, I know they were trying to like change things because of the age of Pisces is supposed to be the age of spirituality and sensitivity and all this other stuff. So maybe that's why they did what they did. But it's just weird. Like this stuff is just weird. You just got to be comfortable having what you have, and then letting it grow on itself, right? Because like I don't really have like the marketing and stuff like that videos. I kind of broke it down to where I don't really need to watch anything new, because it's all the same stuff. It's just building relationships at the end of the day. But some people never really get that far because they're still stuck in the live version of what marketing is and the live version of what business is. They're still stuck there and they never actually like figure it out either, right? Or they're watching fake content and they think that they're watching real content and they're not. The world is scary if you don't if you actually can't figure out what's going on. It's actually like scary, you know. Not like a real scary way, but it's just like what the fuck, like I don't really know of a better word than like wow, that's scary because it's like you're not scared, but whatever the word is that where you're just like this is hyper unnecessary and a trap. No matter what you do is a trap. So it's like, well, how do you know what to do? So whatever the word is for that, right? And I know this is just me just talking, but like I know I made another video the other day talking about like I said, I'm trying not to really talk about like my past anymore as far as my family and stuff like this or things I've been through, but it's just a part of my story and I'm really not trying to bash anybody or talk bad about anybody or nothing like that. It's just a part of my story and understanding that like just life is just a motherfucker, man. Like this shit is a motherfucker for like no reason. It's just these very weird people who just want to just abuse you, and it's just top down. Like it's just top down abuse, and if you can't figure it out, you're just really gonna live a life like you're just like imagine some people never actually knowing what's going on, and they're just like literally like just going to work and going home, which is really not a problem. It's really not an issue. The issue is that you really don't even know what you're doing. Like you're just there, and it's weird, right? Like you're just there, and I don't know. Like I know obviously like I make my life more complicated than it has to be. You just go out there, you make money, I guess you have sex, whatever. It's like it's over, right? Like you get married, you have kids, it's over, right? But to me, I'm like, well, this shit doesn't really make sense. Like some of this stuff doesn't make sense, and because I guess I'm a little ADHD, I'm like, okay, well, I got to figure out why this doesn't make sense. So I start going down these rabbit holes. I'm like, okay, oh my goodness, there's this, there's that. Everything's fake, and people are lying about this, and they're lying about that. People say that it's a merit-based economy. They're lying about that, and it's not. It's all about insider deals. It's all about the real thing is insider deals. That's the real thing. Okay, real thing is that you're cheating because you tell the dummies to stay on the outside. You're on the inside. Why? Because that's how the real world works. Right? You want to work with people you have good relationships with. You don't want to work with people who are on the outside. They're outsiders. That's why they're outsiders for a reason, right? But to make their life insufferable, oh my gosh, like why? Like why make it so insufferable to the point where they're not able to develop into better versions of themselves, right? And then you give them fake religion about it too, right? Like I believe in God, obviously, and I believe in being a good person, trying to operate in your higher self and all the other stuff. But like, imagine you're getting like a fake gay version of like what the real thing is, and it's like, why did you do this? Well, they just want you to be a slave. Like that's really the whole game, and it's like, damn, you know. And you got to dig, and you got to dig, and in order to get the information, and it's like no matter how much you dig, it's just a weirdo at the end of the day, just wanting to have control over you, and it's all the same stuff. It's just the same it's the same stuff, and it's just what are the methods that this person will do in order to get control over you. Will they give you drugs? Will they try to brainwash you? Will they try to manipulate you? Will they try to poison you, your food or something? And it's like why? Like what? Yes, sweetie, right here. Wanna come to Dada? Come on. I'm in Daddy's room. But they have a little stampede in here. You just got to be happy. You have to be happy with what you have, and then you got to just pay for the real information if somebody's willing to share it. Because I'm putting it together, and this is like my last like puzzle, like history. I guess I got to figure out history from the 1400s till now, because that's how far back history has started to be manipulated. Good morning. Woo! I see the crown. Come on. Up. Oh my goodness. Want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Whoa. This diaper is soaked. We got to change your diaper, okay? Okay. All right, guys. So just be happy with. Want to say hi real quick? Want to say hi? Say hi. Want to say hi? You shy? It's okay. Okay. So you have to just know what's going on. You have to be comfortable being happy and just like, okay, this is where I'm at. And I may never figure it out, but I'm okay never figuring it out. You have to be okay not figuring things out and just to keep going. Um like I have enough data now spiritually in order to like kind of take a break on this stuff, even though I'll still be watching on my spare time and I'm still going to be growing my portfolio and growing my relationships. But this is something this has basically become a new hobby. This has become a new hobby, figuring out the secrets, continuing to figure out the secrets of the world, figuring out what's really happening, why things are happening. Um, like as far as Christmas and as far as religion, like it's a lot of it is sun worship, and it's okay, right? It's okay, nothing wrong with that if you want to do that for yourself. Um, and then you have character. They have introduced characters and introduced this stuff. So basically, it's like all this like magic and stuff that basically just it's just basically to control you. Like that's like the whole thing. It's just to fuck with you, Dick, the entire time. For I don't understand why, because you can just get people to do it. You know what I'm saying here? Like you can just get people to behave in the way you want. So I don't really understand the need for like for just a good example of this is that like all the sales tricks that people do over the years. They have all these selling tricks. They have all these ways that they try to tell you how you can close a new deal, and you can do these 3 methods and the cheat method and the 8 method, and it's like I understand the way of gatekeeping to a degree, but you're basically stopping the evolution of people who actually really want to know the real thing, and that's not really cool. Um, it's not really cool. You know what I'm saying here? That's not good because you're stopping it and you're actually going against nature. You're not giving people a chance to evolve, which that's what they want anyway. They don't want you to grow up. They want you to be a slave and that kind of stuff, So you just gotta be happy sometimes where you're at. Some people are never going to really make it this far. They're not going to be able to think this far. They're not going to be able to think. I don't know, man. Like the world is like a strange place, man. You got to be okay with where you're at in order to have more. You got to start there, okay? So, but ultimately, right now, I'm just gonna work on some clients stuff. I'm gonna try to get some more money. Trying to figure out how to be a better father. Just trying to do the best I can. Just trying to do the best I can. At this point, I'm gonna get some apples. Yeah, I see the crown. Okay, you love me. I hope so. Like imagine having a loving parent. Like imagine what that's like. I never experienced that, right? Like because they abuse them, right? Like imagine abusing people so much to the point where you grow up and everybody. I grew up hard, and it's like I had to figure it out. Like everybody did, and it's on purpose. The shit is designed that way on purpose to fuck with you, to make you a slave, especially if you're black, right? And I don't know. It's just annoying. Like life is good, but it's just very frustrating and annoying when you're trying to figure out the secrets. And this is basically one of my last things that I'm discovering right now as far as the spirituality. Like I know a lot of this shit is a scam or whatever. Like I know that. What is it? You want the crown too? Okay, here you go. Here's the second crown, and here's a piece of paper. I'm not gonna keep talking anyway more in the videos anyway, but it just takes time, man. It takes time, and your life really doesn't start until you're in your 40s anyway. Yes, I know. Your life doesn't start until you're in your 40s anyway, and people try to make it seem like you need to be young and in your 20s and figure this shit out. You're not going to figure this out until you're in like your 30s or 40s. You're just not. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. You can make the money, but you'll actually never really figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You won't really figure out what's really going on until you're in your 30s or in your 40s, because then you're confident in who you are, what you're doing, the reason why what you're doing, and all the other stuff, if that makes sense. Like, you're just not going to figure the shit out. And there's too many people who have spent years abusing others and manipulating others in order to get you to figure out, or to trick you, basically. Yeah, you have to just be around trusting, loving people, and somehow not get tricked, and then somehow not fall for fake history, and not try to get wrapped into all the other bullshit online and the fake stories that they make up, and the fake TV shows that they talk about, and the fake history and all the fake stuff. And it's like, it's just fake. It's not real. And you just got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with, this is just what it is, but then also at the same time getting ready to do more. Okay. Anyway, that's it, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Maybe it'll probably be a better video than me just ranting or whatever, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. See you.